Hi, I'm Ross Benjamin reporting for the Offshore Gaming Association. That's OSGA.com, your number one source for information on the sportsbook industry. That's OSGA.com. I'm going to be taking a look at 3 college football home underdogs on Saturday's card, and you may be shocked by the first one. It involves a game between the Texas Longhorns and the winless Baylor Bears. This is a Baylor team that's 0-8 this season. However, 4 of those 8 losses have come by 8 points or less, and they've especially been very competitive over their last 4 games, covering 3 of those contests. Now, having said that, Texas is coming off back-to-back losses against number 10 Oklahoma and number 11 Oklahoma State in their last 2 games, and they were right there with both of those teams with an opportunity to upset those nationally ranked clubs, and they came up short. In addition to, this is a Texas team that will be hosting number 4 undefeated TCU next week, and right now they're undefeated, let's put it that way. And this looks like the proverbial look-ahead flat spot for the Texas Longhorns. I think Baylor will make this game much closer than many of the experts would think, and also many of the Texas Longhorn fans would like. I'm going to take the Baylor Bears in this spot, plus the 9 over Texas. The next game involves number 4 TCU, undefeated. Right now, if the season would end right now, TCU probably would be one of the 4 college football playoff teams. They're going to travel to Ames, Iowa to take on the number 25 Iowa State Cyclones. Yeah, that's right, folks. Number 25 Iowa State. That's hard to say. You consider the fact this is an Iowa State football program that's really struggled in recent years, and they seem to be on the right track under former Toledo head coach Matt Campbell. Iowa State is a 7-point underdog in this contest at 5 dimes. That's a lot of value for a home underdog that's rated. Granted, TCU has been dominant this year. They're coming off a 43-0 win over lowly Kansas last week, and the Horned Frogs had a 475-21 total yards advantage in that contest. That's right. They held the hapless Jayhawks to just 21 yards. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but if you go back to 2015, TCU has failed to cover in 8 of 9 games following a contest in which they outgained their opponent by 225 yards or more. And that qualifies in this particular spot, and they have barely a +1 point per game differential in those contests. So after TCU has dominated games the last few years, they seem to not live up to their billing in their following contest. This is an Iowa State team. As I said, they're rated 5-2. They're currently on a 3-game win streak. That includes an upset at Texas Tech last week as a 6.5-point underdog on the road, and also going to Norman, Oklahoma a few weeks back and knocking off the then number 2 and undefeated Oklahoma Sooners as a 31-point road underdog. This is an Iowa State team that's primed and ready to put in a tough performance. This game goes down to the wire, and I don't know who's going to win it straight up, but I do know I like the 7 points with Iowa State over TCU. Finally, a Pac-12 contest. USC travels to Arizona State on Saturday evening. Opening kickoff 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Right now, the Arizona State Sun Devils are a 3.5-point underdog in this contest, and I think that really bodes well for some betting value in this case, especially when you look at the fact USC was absolutely throttled at Notre Dame last Saturday night. As a 4-point underdog, the Trojans lost that contest 49-14 against the Fighting Irish. If they had any kind of inclination that they could run the table after already suffering a defeat this season and get to the college football playoff, it was all put to rest a week ago. The Trojans now have 2 losses on the year, the other one coming at Washington State, and they're going to be facing an Arizona State team that's playing with a boatload of confidence right now. The Sun Devils are coming off a road underdog 30-10 win at Utah last week, and this is an ASU team that's 3-1 straight up and 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games. And their defense, which really struggled through the first half of the season, has come on in their last 2 games. And if you're looking for a comparative matchup, USC 2 weeks ago really struggled at home against Utah as a 13.5-point home favorite. Barely got by the Utes, 28-27. And as I alluded to, Arizona State goes on the road at Utah last week and wins by almost 3 touchdowns. I'm going to take the road underdog in this spot. I like the Arizona State Sun Devils plus the 3.5 over USC. Repeating again, we're going to take Baylor plus 9 over Texas. We're going to take Iowa State plus 7 over TCU. And we're going to take Arizona State plus 3.5 against USC. All 3 of those games, all 3 of those underdogs will be playing at home. Good luck. Let's knock it out of the park with a 3-0 sweep. Be sure to visit my website. That's rbwins.com, where you can purchase all the picks I personally wager on myself, as well as my paying clients receive. That's rbwins.com. Until the next time, good luck with all your picks.